Hi friends, welcome. So today we are going to be watching Akshay Kumar's speech about India. And this is from the movie Namaste London. So pretty interesting. Before
Is it a new movie? We have not seen it.
No, this is pretty old.
Old
Because
movie,
It's
okay.
it's old movie. I think it's a couple of years back if I'm right.
Okay.
So yeah. So we'll go ahead and watch this and then we'll give our reaction after watching it. So let's get started.
He looks upset.
Who?
Rishi Kapoor.
It looks like they're not enjoying this party.
Yeah.
Dad, Mom, this is Charlie's Aunt Pauline and her husband, Mr. William Grant.
How do you do? Hello.
Pauline, so shocked to see your nude picture on a beach in some newspaper.
I can't get it. No. What she meant to say was, she's very upset with the press for what they're doing with respected people like you. So don't. कुछ भी कह दिया चलिए तो जानती नहीं.
Punjabi mein ho raha hai. They're speaking in Punjabi. That's Akshay Kumar. He saw his dad.
Oh, John. Jazz, this is Mr. John Pringle. He's got an old connection with you, I did. His great-grandfather was a high-ranking officer of the East India Company.
Oh, really?
Oh, this
Hi.
is my fiancée, Jazz.
Jazz? Isn't that a kind of music? So when did Indians have such fancy names, Charlie?
Actually, it's short for just
Jasmine.
me.
Oh, then Jazz must be your attempt to be one of us. That's one smart girl you got there, Charlie. And I don't blame her. She doesn't want to be known as coming from the land of snake charmers, right? Tell me, Jazz, do you still do the Indian rope trick in your country?
No, Mr. Pringle. And it's actually not just the land of snake charmers. Right, Charlie?
Yes, it's not just a land of snake charmers. It's also a land of chicken tandoori and corseters.
Obviously.
You know India's not just all that, right?
Of course, my dear. India's not all that. Fortunately, Charlie doesn't know. But I do. Winston Churchill once said, if we ever left India, it would be run by the goons. And my God, it is.
They're insulting India.
If you just excuse me.
Certainly, my dear.
मुझे बुरा लगा क्योंकि मैं इंडियन हूं। लेकिन तुम्हें क्या हुआ? तुम्हें क्यों बुरा लगा? तुम तो ब्रिटिशर हो। खैर छोड़ो, तुम कहीं की भी रहने वाली हो, रहोगी तो तुम इंडियन ही ना। चलो।
कहाँ?
उसके परदादा ने कोई और इंडिया देखा है। असल इंडिया की सैर करवाते हैं।
Now comes the fun part.
Mr. Pringle, I would like to tell you something about India.
I'm all ears.
नमस्ते सर, मेरा नाम है अर्जुन सिंह। 5000 साल पुरानी सभ्यता की वजह से हम हिंदुस्तानी सबको ऐसे ही झुक के प्रणाम करते हैं।
When we greet one another, we fold our
5,000
hands
year
in
olds.
namaste because we believe that God resides in the heart of every human being.
ऐसी सभ्यता जिसमें एक कैथलिक औरत प्रधानमंत्री की कुर्सी एक सिख के लिए छोड़ देती है और एक सिख प्रधानमंत्री पद की शपथ एक मुस्लिम राष्ट्रपति से लेता है, उस देश की बागडोर संभालने के लिए जिसमें 80% लोग हिंदू हैं।
We come from a nation where we allow a lady of Catholic religion to step aside for a Sikh to be sworn in as Prime Minister by a Muslim President to govern a nation of over 80% Hindus.
आपकी मातृभाषा अंग्रेजी पूरी दुनिया में सबसे ज्यादा हमारे ही देश में घसी जाती है। और आपको शायद ये भी नहीं पता हुआ कि अंग्रेजी के ज्यादातर शब्द संस्कृत से लिए गए हैं। संस्कृत का शब्द मात्र अंग्रेजी में मदर बना, भ्रातृ बना ब्रदर, ज्यामिति बनी ज्योमेट्री और त्रिकोणमिति बनी ट्रिग्नोमेट्री।
It may also interest you to know that many of the origins of your words come from Sanskrit. For example, Matra becomes mother, Bhratra becomes brother, Geometry becomes geometry, trigonometry becomes trigonometry.
आपको शायद ये बात दिलचस्प लगे कि हमारे यहाँ 21 भाषाओं में 5,600 अखबार और 3,500 मैगजीन छपती है, जिनको पढ़ने वालों की संख्या 12 करोड़ है। आपके देश के मुकाबले में कई ज्यादा है।
We have 5,600 newspapers, 35,000 magazines, in over 21 different languages with a combined readership of 120 million.
चांद तक पहुंच गए हम, लेकिन अब भी आप लोगों को हम हिंदुस्तानियों के हाथ में सिर्फ सांप की बीन ही नजर आती है.
We have reached the moon and back, but yet you people still feel that we have only reached as far as the Indian road trip.
डॉक्टर्स, इंजीनियर्स और साइंटिस्ट की गिनती में जनाब हम सिर्फ 2 मुल्कों से पीछे.
We are the third largest pool in the world of doctors, engineers and scientists.
ये थी दिमाग की बात. अब करते हैं ताकत की बात. दुनिया में तीसरी सबसे बड़ी फौज हमारी है, आपकी है. फिर भी मैं आपके सामने झुक के आपको प्रणाम करता हूँ, क्योंकि हम किसी को अपने आप से छोटा या कमजोर नहीं समझते.
Maybe your grandfather didn't tell you that we have the third largest army in the world. And even then, I fold my hands in humility before you, because we don't believe that we are above or beneath any individual.
कुछ और खूबियां भी है हमारे पास. वो सब जानने के लिए मैं मनोज कुमार की पूरब और पश्चिम की DVD आपको भेज दूंगा.
Amazing.
Namaste.
So Rishi, I don't think you would understand the last part. This is an old movie. Manoj Kumar was a hero and really great hero in India. And long time when we were young, he used to act in movies, and all his movies were connected to India, love for India, or how do I say, Desh Bhakti. Patriotism. And this movie that is Purav Paschim, it has a really lovely song, guys. If you haven't heard it, make sure you hear it. It's like, this guy says, one of the guys says, "Whoa, what has India given? India is nothing. What has it given to the world?" And then he sings and he says in that, I don't remember the complete song, but I still remember that one line that India, क्या दिया India ने, तो he says, India ने zero दिया है, जो zero number है वो India ने दिया है. So beautiful song, and he makes all his movies were really great. So that's what he says in the end. If you want to know more about India, I'll send you that movie, DVD of that movie. You can watch and learn how great India has been or is. So, and guys, thank you so much. Whoever recommended, all those who recommended to watch this. This is beautiful. So once, I saw this, I was like, this is something that Rishi also needs to watch, because he is exactly in that same place where that girl was, except that the girl was a Britisher and you are an American. But unfortunately, she had to face this. But fortunately, I don't think Rishi will ever have to face it.
No one even cares.
Yeah, because here no one cares where you are from. But unfortunately, this girl had to face it. But I wanted him to come and see this so that he knows that sometimes, somewhere in the world, one has to face this. So beautifully shown that how she is a Britisher. What I loved here was that she is a Britisher. Just like you, she was born in Britain.
I was not born in
You were born in America, but just like you, she's born outside of India. She has taken that culture. She's studied there. Everything she's done there. So she thinks she's a part of them. She's not different. But unfortunately, the people around, the Britishers, don't feel the same. So this other guy is like, he's trying to insult India. And the part that I liked was where he says, "What's your name?" And she says, "My name is Jazz." So that's for Jasmeet or something she says, short for it. So lots of, people who come, not just Indians, but other people, other immigrants who come, they also tend to change names. For example, we've seen a lot of, people from China also. They change their names to American names because their names are so tough to pronounce. Even we can't pronounce them. So to make it easier for others, they have very common names like Ben, Peter, so things like that. So you can't figure out if you read their names, you can't know that, they're Chinese. But their last name, exactly. But their last, when you look like Peter, Choi or Chu, then you realize, so he's actually Chinese, he's from China, or his ancestors were from China. So, people do that, but they don't do this with the mindset that we want to be part of them. They are doing it just simply so that it becomes easier for others to, pronounce their names. But, fortunately, we were quite adamant when we were deciding what name before Rishi was born, we were like, we want to give him an Indian name, no matter what. Yes, and we did try to find a name that had a deeper meaning, that would give, which would stand for India, not just generic, something really strong. And what would you say, just with dum ho kind of a name, and that makes him also, be attached to the roots, and is easy for them to pronounce too. The Americans or people around can pronounce it easily. So that's the reason why we gave him Rishi. Otherwise, we could have given him name like Sid or Bob or Bobby or something like that, but we didn't. Yeah, people like Siddharth, they call them, they make it short for
Siddharth is also a good name.
It's a good name, but Sid is what, generally people keep Sid or Bobby or something like that.
Because the whole Siddharth is difficult for people to pronounce.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but it so much relates to us. And the best thing, I think I'm talking too much, so I'll just quickly say this last part. The best thing I liked was that when this person tries to insult India, the way Akshay Kumar comes up and he bows his head, he folds his hand and he bows and he says that, this is, even though, you think we've progressed so much, we still believe in our traditions, which were many, many years ago we've learned, which is to bow before another person, because there's God that resides in each human being, and that's what we've taught, and we will not forget that ever. So Rishi, that's why we do Namaste. Namaste is a way of paying respect and saying that, we are being humble to them, you're paying your respect and saying there's a God in everybody. So I love that part, and then he goes ahead and explains exactly all the good things about India. And then in the end, when he says, we are so powerful in military, but I'm not standing up and fighting with you. I'm still I'm still doing Namaste to you. I'm bowing before you.
Yeah.
So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah.
Right. I mean, we obviously need to know that this is a movie, right? It's not like it happened in real life. It's a movie. But movies come through some story, some script. So maybe the person who wrote the script had felt it somewhere, and he put that scenario in this movie for people to look at.
Yeah,
now,
because just like, he took really some real things that have gone on. But for example, people keeping, short names like Jazz and all that. And probably, the outsiders probably think, they're doing it to mix with us, be one of us. So those are quite realistic.
And that is one thing. The other thing that I found that in, more than 25 years in the US, nobody has actually come to me or anyone and spoke about bad things about India.
Yeah.
I have friends.
They've been very nice.
And I have strangers who come, but many ask me in curiosity, where are you from? But nobody ever had said anything bad about India here in America. Now, obviously, nobody can know what they're thinking about, but they have not said it. That's one thing I like to say. Now, in this movie, it was very nice. And he covered very good points that we also covered in our previous videos. Primarily, right, UK is 13 times smaller than India, right? So that means 1,300% smaller than India. And they are 20 times smaller than India with respect to population. So 2,000% smaller in population, 1,300% smaller in size. So they are pretty small. Their glory is gone. They used to rule a lot of places. That's all gone. And now India is catching up. And India, as I said, has the third largest GDP. They have 15th or 16th largest in PPP. Then you look at the conventional army. India is third and they are down below on the conventional army. Yes, they do have more nuclear warheads, but India is getting there. India has more defense budget than them. And obviously, as India is going to grow, and the GDP will continue to rise, the defense budget, everything will be many, many times their budget. So they are a small country, right? They are a small country in size and population. So their past glory is gone. Now, if they are saying that guy he is from this generation, and if he has not figured that out, that they are 13 times smaller and 20 times less in population, then that is weird. And that is a good opportunity to tell that person, where were you in a cave or something? Do you know what India is today? I mean, that's what he said. India has gone around the moon. Not landed on the moon, but India has gone around the moon. Does he know that? And has UK done that? I don't think so. Right? So So India has gone around the Mars. Has UK done that? I don't think so. So that's the point. I mean, India has moved very forward. It's going to keep going forward. And they were trying to show the ignorance of this gentleman, right? And then probably in the scenario of a movie. And that's what I'm saying. It's not real life. But in scenario of the movie, this guy obviously was ignorant about India. And they took a good point in educating everyone about the greatness of India. And as he said, we are probably Hinduism is the world's oldest religion, and we are the oldest civilization on earth, comparable to Egyptians. You can look Babylon and Mesopotamia. So compared to that, is the oldest civilization. So yeah, I mean, all these points are great. Every Indian should know that, and this movie does a great point of highlighting it.
Yeah, and the best part, it says that we have majority of Hindus,
Yeah.
but we've had Muslim leaders also.
Yeah, it's a secular country.
Yeah, exactly. So we don't believe in cutting our country into regions or religions.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
stuff.
he didn't say that, but
that's what he meant.
Yeah, what
right?
he
that we love.
was trying to say is it's a secular country.
Yeah.
And the amount that there is no difference. You have a president who is a Muslim and 80% are Hindus, and then there's a Christian lady who let the seat go for Sikh Prime Minister. So very nicely put. That was to tell them it's a secular country. It doesn't matter. We have friends of all religions, same thing, the same people. Just because you have a different way of reaching to God, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
We understand human beings.
Yeah.
So, and that comes from a civilization that is very mature. A mature civilization will know that religions just is a way of going to God. Each person can use a different way to reach God. But eventually, human beings are the same. Good people are good and bad are bad. And that's a very good message in this movie.
Yes, and the best part was that I could relate about with Rishi was that he says Akshay Kumar, he comes up and says to Katrina that why are you feeling bad when they're talking bad about India? Why are you feeling bad? You are a Britisher. But then he says that you are no matter where you are, you will feel as an Indian, right?
Yes.
So Rishi, do you feel like an Indian?
Yes.
Yes. So if anybody says something, I mean, fortunately, I'm sure it's not going to happen to him. But if anybody says something bad about India, of course, now you know how to answer them and explain and open up their eyes and say this is not what India is.
I mean that is one reason. When I first came in America, I saw a lot of tolerance. I saw good people. I saw people understanding. Nobody would trash anybody's country.
Yeah.
In this place, people have come from different places.
Yeah.
So nobody goes back to their native country and says anything bad. Never. So very tolerant society, very good society. That was the reason why would anybody stay in a country when there's hatred? So I'm talking about the time when I came, there was nothing. And even today, I don't see it much. It's only in the media and maybe some instances. But in reality, in day to day, it is not, it is nothing like that kind of thing that you show.
Yeah, but then still they say in this video they show how humbly one needs to explain if somebody is, being impolite or saying something bad, how humbly to explain them. So it's just a movie, but
as I said, right, it was the ignorance of that guy.
Yeah.
Was he living in a cave and he didn't know what India is today?
Yeah.
Every guy should probably knows what India is, especially in the US now when they're talking about Chandrayaan 2.
Yeah.
All that stuff. So every kid over here most likely knows what India is.
Yeah, exactly. And as he said, we are having maximum number of doctors and
third largest.
Yeah, third largest. So that is again amazing. So guys, it was a beautiful scenes from this movie Namaste London. And once again, thank you to all of those who suggested this. Loved watching it. So keep bringing such lovely suggestions, such lovely videos for us to watch, and we'll go ahead and watch those because we enjoy them so much. So okay guys, we'll take your leave and we'll come back again with another video pretty soon. Till then, take care and bye-bye.
Oh, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so it notifies you when I put in my new video for you to enjoy. Bye!